How good? Before we'll just start. Yeah. So how good you are with the Azure, Nazim?
Okay, so actually, sometime back I got chance to do
Mm.
hands-on, but not a practical environment. But related to AWS, yes, I do have exposure.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can with Terraform, I can create servers,
Mm.
uh,
Mm.
subnets,
Cool.
or the security groups,
Mm.
whatever, as part of AWS. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So as part of the AI 900, so here I just created a basic slides which gives you the complete understanding about the certification and the pattern of the questions that you will be getting and how to apply for that link. Okay. So here, if I go to this particular link, as I yesterday I explained you, so the basic thing, first thing for you to prepare, you will be getting. So what are the skills and what is the percentage of the concepts that you will be getting for the certification? You will be getting this idea. Okay, and here the study materials. So with that, you will be having the free assessment module here where you can go and you can start attempting after each module. You can try to attempt this question so you will get an understanding about that. Okay, so apart from that, if you wanted to schedule the exam, so you can go here and you can try to schedule the exam for that. Okay, so that is like basic idea, like you will be having study material, uh, free practice assessments over there, and then you can schedule your certification from the portal here there itself. Okay, and if I come to the syllabus, basically they'll be measuring. See, when we talk about AI, so it is very vast, and like we'll be getting lot of supporting tools we have to implement when we wanted to develop a simple module. So in that, for part as part of the Azure, so Azure will provide certain services to develop the AI model. So based on that, they will be measured the skills related to the artificial intelligence workloads and considerations. And so AI, the basic pillar is the machine learning. So based on the, we are going to understand the basic principles of the machine learning, how exactly we are going to create the machine learning code over here. So what are the different tools that we have to use as such? So then the computer vision. So if we talk about any AI module, so computer vision, NLP, and then the machine learning, these are the main pillars which we'll be getting. And also when we wanted to develop, like we might have seen nowadays there are a lot of chatbots are there, like a lot of like where exactly we wanted to filter certain type of the data and process, and based on the reference that we had given, so we want the customized output as part of the user response. So there we can try to, that is supported by the generative AI which will be using it. So these are the different services these are the different platforms which are present as different services on the Azure, so which we are going to learn it.
Okay.
Sorry.
So,
So here when,
yeah,
yeah, tell.
yeah. So you told computer vision.
Mm.
Uh, so computer vision, what are all things inside that, Mamta? Computer vision workloads. What exactly that computer vision means? Third point in the syllabus.
I'll take you to all these components.
Okay.
Okay, and this is just a basic thing. We are going to discuss one by one all the services that we'll be getting.
Okay.
Okay, so this is like you can use it anytime for your reference copy. So I'll be uploading it. Okay, and this is the actual exam pattern that you will be getting. So you will be getting the score for 1,000, and where you will be getting 65 minutes, and the questions will be different, almost 30 to 50 questions you will be getting. So different formats you will be having. And also during the exam day, you should have the ID card, and it should be completely under their in vigilance. You should make sure that you have a good internet connections and all. And also they will be having the different technical support team, so where exactly you need to communicate with them. Okay, yeah. So with this, we'll start with the first module. Okay, so if before we'll just go to any the fundamental concepts, so we should have we'll just try to we should have the Azure account. So we have to the portal.azure.com. So this is the basic portal service like cloud service from where exactly we'll be getting the all the services that we are going to create. So once you can just create with your account with your um, account means if you're creating first time, so for 30 days you will be getting the free services which you're going to use. And if not, once we create this particular portal, there we can try to do the create a workspace for the Azure machine learning. So we can try to see all the different AI services which Azure is going to provide over here.
Okay, is there any so I mean any way you will be providing, Mamta, for me this portal.azure, or I
No,
have to create
you
personally?
can register. Yeah, you have to register for yourself for the practice purpose, and you can also check with your organization. When you will be in your organization, if you are having any Visual Studio subscription, like Visual Studio Enterprise subscription, if you are having, so with that every month you will be getting around 150 credit for you to utilize for as part of the Azure one. So that you can try to use it. If not, you can personally, if you have to practice it from your end, then you have to register with your email ID. So after registering, so we should have the if you, even if you are going for the organization level, or if you're going with the your own, so you should have the subscription for it yourself. So how exactly Azure works is like it will be whatever the resources that you're going to create, so it has a certain architectural hierarchy. Like you will be having subscriptions. Under subscription you're going to create the resource group, and under resource groups you're going to create different resources. So so if you're getting from the organization MST and subscription, here you can see that you have the Visual Studio subscription. Okay, you can find it under the subscriptions. If not, if you are you don't have time, so if you wanted to create and practice, so you can create with your whatever the account, that Microsoft account that you are having. So with that you can try to log into the portal.azure.com. Okay, so with that you have to, when initially it will be not having any subscription, you should go to the subscriptions. Under that you will be getting the free tier one.
Okay.
Okay,
Actually,
so
I
you
think Visual Studio Professional, I think
Hmm.
we have
With
the stuff.
professional, it will, even
300
I
credits
tried with the
also. Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
150
Even
credits
if you
will not
get,
get.
as per
Will
my
get
knowledge,
limited.
like I had seen, yes, around 200 credits. Usually, when you have Visual Studio subscription, right, every month you will be getting 150 credits. But when you go with other like professional or dev essentials, in that way, you will be getting for 1 year $200 credit as such. But even if you get those credits, right, you can use it. When you're using, if you're creating something, as soon as you're done with that, you try to delete the resource group. In that way, you don't get much bill. You
Yeah.
can save your credits as well, even if you enable it. So here you will be finding if you are eligible for the free account, if you're going with your email ID, so then you can just select this offer. So if I'm not eligible, then I can go for a pay as you go model. And even in that also for around 1 month, 1 year, I'll be having some credits free. So I can try to use it for my resource creation.
Uh,
Okay.
For uh, for Visual Studio Professional, they are giving $50 actually. I just
Mm-hmm.
checked in my portal actually. I logged in sometime back. So now just today I logged in and I saw $50 are there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that is more than sufficient, yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah, you
practice.
can just, that is more than enough for you to practice this one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So now here you can try to see all the services that are present. So you can just, these are the different services that you can see as part of the machine learning. The and even these are all like media migration, like based on the AI, like we'll be using, but still to specific to the AI, we can see these services.
If
And
somebody
also
asks
when we wanted to,
machine learning or AI,
mm,
then
mm,
what is the best answer we can give, Mamta? AI or machine learning?
mm. So
It's
we
a
are going
definition.
to try and,
Yeah.
yeah, so if you wanted to understand in the layman words, like, so any AI, whatever the AI model that we are going to develop, so we are expecting that to predict and analyze and give us the data like a humans. So earlier also, what exactly we were doing is like the traditional applications which we are developing. What exactly it was like, whatever the input that you are going to do, like certain calculations that you are going to do, whatever the data it is stored or logic that you had been applied. So based on that, you will be getting the response. But when we develop the AI module, so you will be having certain set of already the data will be stored in the different formats, like already some historical data, the previous data will be stored. So I don't want AI how it will work, it will not just pick and give you, it will just after picking the data, it will try to analyze the data based on the input that you are expecting, and then it will give back you the response. So even now whatever the computer vision and all we are talking, so I just wanted to identify the objects in a specific picture which I'm getting. And if I'm playing some video, so I wanted to identify how many different persons voice is present. So if I give you the video, I am expecting a certain model or the AI app which AI application which I am using. I want this to respond back with how many members are speaking in that video and how many times the specific word is repeated. So so it will be capturing those images or videos which are we are going to give. So based on our questions, it will try to respond it. So in that way, data will be gathered, processed, and will be getting back the response.
Okay. Just like
Okay, so here,
ChatGPT nowadays is a model
hmm,
that accepts the input
yes.
and
It will try to process, like before even it will give us the answer. What exactly it will do is it will try to pick the exact answer for the different questions that you are going to give it. So based
so
on that, you will be getting it. And
can
example like now more in the healthcare sector and all, they'll be using certain predictive models, like
okay,
you like based on the like when I wanted to get certain like percentage of getting diabetes, like based on we'll be having certain features. Okay, so I'll be giving you I can store the data, historical data which is present. So based on that, I wanted to get back my prediction. Like you should analyze with whatever the input that I am giving based on the history, already old data which I had processed, and I wanted to predict and get the data as such.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So here, like actually Azure. So for we use different types of the NLP and computer vision for translator, a Q&A maker. This is for generative AI. Will be using language understanding and document intelligence to process large volumes of the data. So apart from that, so we'll be using this when I wanted to develop certain ML apps. So we can use this space. Okay, so if you wanted to create this, either we can go to here and we can try to search Azure Machine Learning. So first we need to create a workspace. Okay. So here we can just try to create our own workspace. So this will be with our default directory, which directory we are in. So with that, we can try to create our new workspace or we can try to create a new assets. So with this, it will create the workspace over here, or else from the default directory I can create my workspace here only. So once we create a workspace, it will provides already predefined models and all. So we can try to use it, or if I wanted to develop my own model, so I can try to get it. Okay, we'll just see how it will work, all the different services that will work. So we'll just understand the basics about the all these concepts.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so in the first content which we are going to learn, the fundamentals of the AI. So we are going to understand the basic fundamentals of the AI concepts and then machine learning, then all the different Azure AI services which are present. See, when you talk about AI as a general, uh, how you differentiate the Azure AI services and AI concepts that we are going to understand.
Okay. Okay.
How you can differentiate.
Oh, so you are asking me question?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. I mean, AI concepts in general,
Mm,
since some time back, my experience was like I was sometime in 2018, I have used cognitive services and the one which you mentioned, Q&A maker and that thing to
mm,
build a chatbot sometime
mm,
back,
mm, mm.
2018.
Okay, okay,
So
okay, okay.
that is where
So
Azure,
which?
in Azure I have knowledge, but other than Azure in
Yeah.
a generic terminology, if you're asking me,
Mm,
I don't have much
mm,
information. Now I can
mm.
blindly say chat GPT.ai. So chat GPT
Mm.
is also an AI, which takes the
Yes.
one of the AI.
Mm.
It takes
Yes,
the
yes,
question and gives the answer.
yes.
Uh,
Yeah. So,
in
like to develop the AI services, like if I wanted to develop any AI model, so for that there are multiple supportive tools which are present. So even from AWS, it will support. IBM also it provides different tools to build us AI models and all. So in that way, so here to differentiate, the first we are going to understand to if we are developing any of the AI solution, AI application which I want, AI based application. So what are the pillars that we are going to require? What are the different services that we are going to use it? And then so how what exactly the machine learning and how to use the machine learning in the AI, how AI and machine learning are interconnected. Then we are going to understand to support or to build the AI models, what are the different Azure AI services have been present over here. Okay.
okay,
Yeah. So here, as you asked already, so if I wanted to define any AI, so this is nothing but a software that imitates human behaviors and capabilities, but only the different. And also, when we talk about AI models, we'll be having strong AI and weak AI. Like till now, whatever the AI models that we are developing solutions, so those are we can consider it as a weak AI. Like when I wanted to say about this strong AI, still we are not able to develop those type of the models which we require, because when we talk about strong AI, like in certain unpredictable conditions, it should able to take the decisions and proceed. Like example, if we are building certain car, so which can like self-driving car when we are going to build, so it will just it can take the decision when exactly it has to move, and when exactly if some other object is detected prior, so whatever the data that we had stored, only with that it will try to stop it. So if certain unpredictable scenarios when it comes, so like human it should able to predict and it should able to take the action. So as of now, whatever the AI models that we are going to develop, so like let's assume that you had stored certain data which is present. So based on whatever the data that we had stored, whatever the guidelines that we had been provided, so according to that it will start behaving.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can just term it, so we can just now, as of now, so we can consider it as consider as, so any AI module, so it is a software so which is developed to mimic as or act as a human, how exactly he's going to take the decisions and do the task as such. So to support the AI, so we'll be having different services. So we'll be having a machine learning. So this is one of the foundation for AI models to be developed. So here we will be how exactly we are going to develop the ML models is, we'll be taking the raw data which is present. So we are going to design specific models, how exactly it is going to be uh, predicted and interpreted, and how exactly it should behave. Then we are going to deploy that code and make it processed from the app pipelines which we are going to create, where exactly our application is running. So as such it is going, and also when we talk about machine learning, there are different types of the models that we are having, like linear, regression, so classical, so like that classification model, and then we have different regression model. So whatever the data that we are going to process, how exactly that data is processed, so based on that we are going to decide. So so further sessions we are going to understand what are the different machine learning models are there, which model we have to use when we are developing a specific type of the AI software, so we can try to understand. So then
Okay.
we have the computer vision. So as part of the computer vision, so whenever we wanted to uh, work on interpreting any of the so visual concepts, like either if you take any images or cameras, as I told, so let's you have an image, so based on that particular image you wanted to detect how many specific type of an objects are present, and I wanted to detect based on the image, so like whether a particular how many vehicles are present, usually traffic, during the traffic, and also we wanted to detect overall not having helmets. So certain whatever the images that we are going to capture, by interpreting that image or the cameras or the videos, I wanted to conclude or I wanted to provide certain outputs. So even sometimes when we are using computer vision services, it will be giving us the confidence score as well. Like how much confident after predicting that whatever the user is expecting as such. Okay, in that way we'll be using this computer vision services. These are all like when we are developing the AI software, like AI applications. So it is we'll be using only the machine learning. Sometimes we'll be integrating with computer vision. Sometimes when we want chatbot and all, we'll be using only the generative AI. Like based on how exactly my application has to be developed. So we'll be using we'll be integrating different services which supports the AI development.
Sorry to
So
interrupt,
in the
Mamta.
same way,
You're
yeah,
telling like whenever we are generating any specific UI, AI,
mm,
sorry, AI, the middle
AI
layer will be
applications.
AI application. The middle layer
Mm,
will be either machine learning or some computer
mm,
vision or
mm.
natural language processing. So AI will talk
Mm.
either of these
Either
services
of
that you have mentioned.
this, yes, either it depends. So sometimes you want a application, so inside which it should process with the images as well. I wanted to get an output, and also I want some text prediction as well. Like example, if you are developing the chatbot, okay, so you will be using some question and answer maker as well. But in that, if I provide certain different languages, okay, so R sometimes if I wanted to support visually challenged person, then I wanted to in the backend I wanted to integrate the services which are which supports the NLP as well.
Okay. So, mean like we can have either
Mm,
one or two, like
based on
as you
your
said,
what
yeah,
requirement
text.
that you have.
Okay. Capability.
Like when you are developing a model, so what are the different features, business features that you are going to implement based on that?
Yeah, the model can have the text-based search
Mm,
also, or
mm,
image-based search also. The
yes.
that's what. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
as part of the document intelligence, when we talk, so we'll be, so here, like when we are dealing with a more amount of the data or documents when we'll be having. So, if we wanted to extract certain, like if I wanted to get back certain processed data, so during that time, we'll be using the document intelligence service, which is present as part of the AI solution. So here knowledge meaning which we are having. So usually when we talk about document intelligence, so we'll be having a proper data structure. So from that we are going to get and use, we'll try to manage that data which is present. But when we'll be having certain unstructured format of data, like example, we might have to extract from like different random data which we are going to store. So during that time, so we can use the knowledge mining service which is available as part of the AI. So in the
So
same
one
way, as we
query,
know,
Mamata. See,
yeah, yeah,
normally reservation ticket reservation system is there, and
mm,
whenever a user try to hit to the website, some data will
mm,
be logged to a text file or something, some file.
mm, mm,
So at
mm, mm.
so considering like if it's a text file, is it a uh, the properly arranged data, or the term which you have used, uh, what is that, structured? So
Huh.
which data is called as structured and which data is not called as, I mean, unstructured data? So so the text file having the data is unstructured, or what exactly the difference between those two? When document
Mm.
intelligence service is considered, you got my point,
Like
or
when you, yeah, yeah. So you are just saying that whenever we get some proper text format, like if you wanted to extract data from the ticket which you are going to get and filter, right?
yeah, when it is called
So that,
structured data and when it is unstructured data, how will categorize it is a structured data? If it is in database, it is called as structured database.
yeah, like yeah, so whenever we had storing already the data, so from that, if we are requesting, that is like we can call it as a structured data. But if you are giving some the input which you are having, so from that you wanted to extract certain data, right? So that is in the form of unstructured one.
Okay.
Like usually you
Mhm.
if you like example, you're going to give external source, external files, and you wanted to get certain uh, specified text you wanted to match and make sure whether it is present or not, right? So
Yes.
in that
Okay.
way, we'll be using the knowledge mining.
Okay. Okay. And document knowledge, I understood. Unstructured data, you are
Mm,
telling. So how about document intelligence? What document the word here indicates?
mm.
What exactly it is?
So here, like whatever that already the store, like when we wanted to process certain, like example, I wanted to when even when we are using like chatbot and all, right? So
Yes.
like usually generally how it works is you it will directly search from the specific websites and it will extract the data and it will give provide you. But when you want to use at the specific conditions, so you can prepare your own document. So you wanted to extract and process that data which you had been prepared, so it should be giving you only within, it will be processing and it will be extracting whatever you are searching only with that limits. So in that way, we'll be using this document intelligence.
So document intelligence is not related to structured or unstructured. It's a just documents.
Yes.
Some folder might have hundreds of
Yeah.
document. It goes,
Hmm.
fetches, and checks the data is there or not, And
Yes,
if possible, it returns the document if it is
yes,
available.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 So in the same way, we can try to use the generative AI as well. So as part of generative AI, when we'll be using, so this is like whatever the uh, natural language processing image that we want, or whatever the documents that we'll be using. So from that, we are going to whatever the original content that we are going to use. So we'll just try to process that one. Okay, means different formats I wanted to have this and create a software based on the requirement that we'll be having, like it is a example for where exactly we can try to develop chatbot and all. So where inside the backend it will be using different types of this technical, like the data storage, you will be using different format of the databases, like we'll be using vector db, and we'll be using different softwares which supports the nlp. And also we are going to extract this and create a application which is going to process that with the required documents which are present.
What exactly is natural language processing? Uh,
Hmm.
Mamta, sorry, I missed. What exactly in
No
layman
problem.
term?
So
Yeah.
in the layman term, if you talk about nlp, so these service basically used to like whenever you will be having a text, you wanted to convert that into the different text format. Like example, we'll be using we are writing we want some application. If you the like it has to convert the speech to text format,
Okay.
like. And also you want it so during that time internally it has to understand the different words how exactly you are doing, then it has to convert that into the text format. So in the
Yes.
same way, you wanted to convert text to speech for the blind people. So, and also you wanted to convert sometimes one language which is having text into the multiple languages. So for that process, we'll be using the NLP.
Okay. Okay. So is there any as of now, which means like the Chat GPT, as of now, I know that AI tool. So that doesn't use natural language processing. It uses, right? Why? Because when I want to
It
convert
uses actually.
English to Telugu, that
Mm.
gives me in Telugu, right? So the natural language
It
processing will
uses
come
the
in picture.
NLP actually. Yeah.
It uses
And
one
also,
example
yeah,
in ChatGPT.
yeah,
If
you
you are
can go ahead.
in ChatGPT, if you can help me with one example on natural language processing.
Mm.
Suppose
No, actually.
at least you can correct me also. If it converts English to Telugu, is it possible? So that is called natural language processing.
Yes, means in the back end it will be using that software NLP to convert that text to the like whatever you are
The
asking in
language.
one language, right? So
Yeah.
to another language. And also to support this NLP, by supporting this NLP, we will be having different services inside the Azure, like few services only to text conversion, like in that whenever you give in one language, whatever the language you wanted to specify, it will convert with that. And also like what speak to speak, text to text, and text to speak, and speak to text. In that way it will for each services to support, we'll be having different services on the Azure as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But these services type which we are going to use in the backend, they'll be using the NLP.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But in the further sessions, we will be working on this natural language processing service also, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Fine. Please
Yeah.
go ahead. And this term generative, what exactly means generating? The AI generates something. That is what generative AI means. My
Mm,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. It is not like that. It is a term that we are going to use for that type of a service. So for generative, it means to use this particular service, it is a type of a service that we are going to use. So for to support this, we can try to use various type of tools which will support this mechanism or functionality to be achieved.
Okay.
And
Okay.
also you we can just, if we wanted to understand, like it is going to be a kind of user guide which we are going to use. These services which we are going to use are it whatever the tools that we are going to develop by using generative AI. So those are built with the user guides for in a specific domain when we'll be developing it. Like we can just take the example as ChatGPT and Mid Journey. So these are all Hugging Face we can use. So if you are going to develop any required chatbot, right? So
Uh,
you can use anything. Either you can use ChatGPT as well, you can use Hugging Face as well. So Hugging Face is by IBM. So if you use this internal API, they will be having their own API. Okay, if we can get that API key and if we can able to use it for our chatbot, so we can try to inbuild that processing which we require to develop the model.
yeah, actually, they might have developed the model and they will give the API, and
Mm.
from our
Yes.
chatbot, we'll use that API, and via
Hmm.
API, we'll send questions and get the response. The
Yes.
the only thing is like the word
Mm.
generative. I understood the
Mm.
including natural language, image, code, and more.
Mm. Mm.
The
Mm.
word even it is
Why
confusing
we
actually.
call this generative, right?
Generative AI. So this
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, Mamta, that's fine. I got some idea, but the
Mm.
term only it was just confusing. Yeah.
Okay, fine. That is uh, the generic name which we'll be using. As per my knowledge, there is no specific terminology. But if you want to understand, so you can understand with that. So it will be used to process focuses on different types of the uh, to provide the user guide or to support the uh, user responses by using various internal AI services by implementing various different internal services as such. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay. So we'll just start with machine learning. So as part of these slides which we are going to we had used is like we just took some scenarios. Okay, so what is the different scenarios is nowadays we can just see in these AI models which are present, so they are coming with most of the uh, domains. Like we can just see in different health sector and even farming sector and even defense and all will be using more models. So when we talk about that, so we can say that one of the scenario, like when we are doing some sustainable farming techniques to maximize the production in a particular environment. So for that, what exactly we wanted to use in a specific region, Australia, so they use sensors and data and machine learning to help the farmers to make informed whether whatever the based on the weather conditions, based on the soil type it is present and plant conditions. So they are going to predict whether it is a good area for farming or not. Like what exactly here we are going to do is, if I consider a specific area, when I wanted to decide on that, so they will be in the AI model also.